of screw up. Meanwhile, it looks like Lomo is in a bit of trouble right now. He's going to lose his barracks, and there's a lot of Hydralisks. Obviously, Kwanro has decided to go for a ton of Hydras. Instead of getting any kind of tech or anything, he's been using his meager economy to just pump these Hydralisks. Now the barracks is down. However, Cloak is now ready for Lomo. So, the one Overlord there is dead, but meanwhile, the Hydralisks are just ignoring the pot shots being taken by those Wraiths. They might just outweight them, but it looks like the Wraiths are doing too much damage here. Kwanro now the one forced to retreat. I mean, there's 3 Wraiths there, I believe, and they've managed to kill a lot of Hydralisks during this time, so we may not see Kwanro's ploy work out after all. It looked like for a second he was just going to burst in and just finish the game off, but I guess he has to retreat, and he has to try to protect his main base. Otherwise, he's going to lose all of his control, he's going to lose all of his overlords, and then he's going to lose all of his drones. Basically, these cloak Wraiths are very powerful, especially in the hands of a skilled user here. And of course, let's not forget, well, you guys probably have forgotten, but in the Arena MSL, one of the ways that Lomo used to beat Kwanro and other Zergs was going for Wraith rushes. And people were saying that was very, Boxer-esque at that time. I know Boxer-esque is an overused term, but certainly when it refers to very good Wraith micro, if you look up some Pimpus plays by Boxer, he is very, very good with that. And meanwhile, it looks like the barracks has been taken down again. A third barracks being constructed by Lomo. Lomo losing part of his front door here. This is a problem for Lomo. Lomo can only defend one location can only go do one thing at once, basically. He can only use those Wraiths to either harass or to protect himself, and right now it looks like he's been harassing. However, he's losing his supply depots up in front. This is going to allow those Hydras eventually just to surround that that bunker, and the bunker will go down. However, a tank is out now, and meanwhile, though the bunker goes down, Lomo not paying attention, not repairing the bunker, and the bunker goes down, everything dies inside, and Lomo has not been paying attention. He's been too busy boxering his Wraiths around, and unlike Boxer, it doesn't look like that was a good decision for Lomo to take, because I feel like he definitely could have repaired that bunker or that tank and not let this catastrophic result occur. However, it looks like Kwanro is out of units, though, to throw at this front. He's bringing reinforcements in. I thought he had more units. If he had just 4 or 5 more Hydras, the game would have been over. Kwanro trying to sneak an expansion now at the upper left and still just bring Hydras around, but meanwhile, Lomo, taking this brief respite, has managed to get a bunker up and a tank. And even though he's lost so many SCVs, lost so much mining time, he's managed to protect his front. However, just look, his SCV count is very low. And finally, Kwanro is now rebuilding his economy. He's also got speed upgrade for those Overlords, which means he is going to be able to press in and attack without worry about cloak raids. And really, Lomo's tech advantage is quickly shrinking here. He needs to try to get an attack off, either harass Kwanro's economy more or pick up his natural expansion. Otherwise, he is going to lose this game. It looks like Kwanro only has 1 or 2 Hydras in this natural, 3 Hydras in fact. And we'll see how Lomo does. Lomo going to go for a little bit of Wraith micro here. Just look at that. Those raids taking revenge for all the SCVs that have ever been killed by Mutalisks. It looks like they've killed, wow, 3 more drones here in the natural, and more Hydras actually running away from the Wraiths. Wow, this is ridiculous. Kwanro microing very well, but Lomo just doing a better job, I gotta think. And Lomo just looks like he's unstoppable right now. Wow, he is using these 6 or 7 Wraiths absolutely amazingly to pick off at least half of Kwanro's drones right there. I mean, he must have picked off 6 or 7 of them, plus the same number of Hydralisks. And meanwhile, Lomo is going to basically go all-in Wraiths here against Kwanro. He's just basically betting that he can out-micro the Hydralisks, and so far he's actually managing to do that. It looks like Kwanro is down to almost no drones in his main. His drones are just scurrying for safety, and Kwanro's new expansion has been found by Lomo. So Lomo is just building Wraiths. I cannot believe this. Look at this. All he has are Wraiths. He has like 8 Wraiths, and that's it. I don't even know what kind of game you'd be playing here when you just build only Wraiths and try to win the game, but Lomo is going to be doing that right now. this, has been done in the past by Lomo and Lita. Lita especially, if you watch one of his games, Lita does this very well. And Flash has done this before too, but usually you do get some unit other than rates to finish it off. Usually it's a follow-up is actually Medic Marine very often, because you do have excess minerals if you've been building all this rates. You just, your choke is really your bottleneck is really your gas. But regardless, just take a look at this micro here. Very, very pretty by Lomo. 10 kill Wraith right there. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was a 10 kill Wraith. They're just clicking different rates right now. And all these rates are badly damaged, but Lomo was also repairing, as you saw, so he is going to have at least a few repaired rates. It's basically a battle between what should be a superior economy for Kwanro, but really isn't, and the constant harassment of Lomo. It looks like Kwanro, though, it realizes he cannot stay on the defensive here. He has to be able to attack to pull those rates back and also to stop Lomo from growing at all, because Kwanro is very, very weak right now in terms of his drone count. Even though he does have 3 expansions, or 3 bases rather, he really cannot mine very successfully at any of them. And notice all he has still are just Hydralisks, just upgraded Hydralisks. And if Lomo eventually gets a number more of these tanks, and wow, look at that, the tank actually microing against those Hydras. I'm glad that Lomo has decided to discover microing after letting that bunker and tank die earlier on. I thought it was over. I thought Lomo was just too busy not having oxygen in his brain because of he's not chewing gum. And meanwhile, we're going to see these rates probably devastate this new base over here, unless Lomo decides to go in the middle. It looks like he's going to go in the middle instead. Nope, he's going to go see those Hydralisks and probably now go to the new base. It looks like he definitely knows it's there. I mean, the SCB saw the creep, so unless he's just forgotten somehow, I don't know. Anyway, but it looks like Kwanro is going to go for an attack. This attack completely is going to fail, though, I think. Not against sieged up tanks. And meanwhile, Lomo going to do a lot of damage inside the natural expansion. Kwanro's attack has gotten to be, this has got to be an error here coming from Kwanro. I mean, Lomo really could not be destroyed at that point, and now he's left himself completely open inside of his base. I understand his logic. He feels like he needs to take down this expansion, but just look, Kwanro is not mining at all, and he really did not leave behind anything there. I think the moment was just not right, though. I think what he should have actually done was go for slightly more of a defensive stance, and then just let his economy do the speaking for him, so to speak. Get himself some other level of tech, maybe some Scourge or some Lurkers at least to deal with the ground push. But it looks like right now Kwanro still has not gotten any tech besides what we saw before, just those Hydralisks. And now finally Aspire has been started. But right now we are seeing a group of Marines and a tank in the middle, and we're seeing more harassment here from Lomo. I gotta think that Kwanro's aggressiveness may have gotten the better of him. And as you can see here, Lomo knows very well that this expansion is here. I guess he was just prioritizing doing more Wraith harassment, and in this case, his judgment was definitely correct. There's actually nothing inside the main base of Kwanro to even kill off these Wraiths. The Wraiths have been absolutely worth it for Lomo, and Kwanro looks like he is going to be out of the MSL, and Lomo should be moving on here. Kwanro throwing in his last couple of chips, but there is no chance that this is going to succeed. Lomo, in fact, playing very cautiously. He probably